She talked to me and said to me in the interview, and it's available and classified, that she woke up in Zorro Ranch on a laboratory table, naked, and she believes they were harvesting her eggs. Now, this is in New Mexico, not far from Dulce Base, not far from Trementina, which is the Church of Spiritual Technology, Scientology, not far
Yeah.
from where they did, Jack Parsons was messing around with nuclear weapons. What do you
Hmm.
think is going on with this breeder program? We had John of God with Oprah as well. What is your take on this breeder program? Because I know you mention it in your book.
Yeah, well, first of all, actually, I have watched some of your interviews, and I watched that one. It was a great interview, so good job on that. It was fascinating. I mean, she's an incredible witness. Like more people need to speak to her. I love that part also where she said that she saw Epstein take a reptilian form during orgasm. Very important point because see, during this is why in these satanic rituals they bring the whole sexual element in because that's all that you can't differentiate between our sexual energy and our life force energy. And so they're using the most powerful human energy and they're totally misusing it for their evil agenda. But they kind of obviously understand this. And this is why, all this stuff happens around the sexuality, around the rape and all of it, creating sex slaves, etc. But I found it also interesting that the whole reptilian thing comes into this, and that when these people are in this like a very high state, whether it's through like terror, fear, the ritual, that's when the shape shifting happens, because Arizona Wilder talked about that with David Icke in when he interviewed her in the Revelations of a Mother Goddess. And it's just really interesting to see, okay, Juliet Bryant saying the same thing, there's obviously something to this, but um, yeah, I think the Epstein story is incredible because just like we're talking about how everything connects to this kind of Satanism. I mean, look at Epstein. We have the Mossad connection, the Israeli intelligence, we have the blackmail, we have the pedophilia, we have the transhumanism. Absolutely, I believe he was trying to do something on the lines of breeding, cloning. I'm sure it's connected with what I mean. It just seems too far-fetched to believe it's a coincidence that he was out in New Mexico. We have all the extraterrestrial and deep underground military base activity in that state. Same with Nevada. Um, and I've also researched a lot the whole extraterrestrial thing, and I don't really go into that in my recent book, The International Satanic Network Exposed. But it is an important element of the whole story because if we look at all the different sources of information that have talked about the grays and the human gray hybrid program, there is a lot of information from just abductees, so having nothing to do with black magic or Satanism. They get abducted, they get kind of probed or scanned, and sometimes, yeah, the aliens seem to want to take a sample of their sperm or eggs, and then they get returned to Earth, and maybe they get a mind wipe or there's missing time. Often there's missing time, and they're like, "What just happened?" Like I was here, and then 5 hours later, I'm back, and I feel like something happened, but I can't remember what. And some of them have to then go through regression or hypnosis to try to access the memory. But but yeah, I mean, it's possible that there's a whole extraterrestrial element here that's happening. It's absolutely possible that they're taking eggs and they're either trying to clone humans or breed hybrids. We don't, I mean, we're just scratching the surface, like I'm sure there is so much more to learn about Epstein and about the world of Satanism in general.